All right, thank you, Kelly. Well, it's called the Great Resignation. A few months ago on AMX, we told you about this trend, and right now, employees everywhere are quitting their jobs.
Americans are looking for change amid the pandemic. And while change can be good, it can also lead to self-sabotage. Ooh, yikes. So joining us live to help you avoid that is Jonathan Fields, a career reinventionist, author, and host of the Good Life Project podcast. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Morning. It's great to be with you.
Absolutely. I think this is a good topic, one that a lot of people, have probably been thinking about, especially this past year. If people are looking at a career change, I think there's a lot of things that have come into a refocus
No
during
doubt.
the pandemic, right? Everyone's kind of reevaluating their priorities. But how do you make the career change a successful one without just blowing up your life?
Yeah, and that is a big concern, right? So many people are doing this thing that you described as the great resignation, but how do we avoid that becoming the great regret? And I think one of the really big things that we're missing is that we're looking for something, but we don't know what it is because we've never actually done the inner work to understand what is the type of work that gives me the feeling of meaning and purpose and excitement and energy. And I think one of the big things that you want to do is before you go out and look for a different job or title or company or industry, take a moment and actually first do the inner work and say, okay, what is that deeper impulse in me for work that makes me come alive? Because once you can identify that, and we all have a unique imprint for that work, then you can go out and you can actually understand what to say yes to, what to say no to, in a way that's much more likely to actually give you that feeling that you so deeply want and that you haven't been feeling with the thing that you're doing.
Interesting. So is that the biggest piece of advice you would give somebody who is trying to maybe make that pivot from a job that they just simply don't like and they want to find a job that fulfills them?
Yeah, I think things like, of course, salary, benefits, culture, all of these things, they matter to us. They're important. Job title, all these different things, the type of company, where you're located, these all matter. But the one huge gap, the reason why a lot of people have all these things, they've checked all those boxes and they're still showing up and they're leaving work every day feeling empty, is that that same thing is not giving them the feeling that who they are and what they're doing matters, that it's meaningful to them, that there's a sense of purpose connected to it. And we tend to discount how important that is. But what this moment in time is making us all realize is that that is actually critical to our well being, emotionally, physically, psychologically. And we've got to start centering it when we're making decisions about the work that we're saying yes and no to. We've got to identify what that impulse is. I actually call it your sparketype, which is sort of a shorthand for the impulse for work that sparks you. And then really focus on accepting and looking for work that aligns with it.
Huh. Okay,
Hmm.
so that's an interesting way
Yeah,
to
it
look
is.
at, maybe the pivot or what your path forward would be. But what are some of the ways that people might be sabotaging their career happiness or their success? What is this like self-sabotage that might be happening that you're not realizing you're doing?
Yeah, so there's this really interesting phenomenon that we're generally completely unaware of. When we're doing something that maybe we don't want to keep doing, maybe it's not giving us what we need, we unconsciously start to sabotage it in all sorts of different ways. We don't work quite as hard. We miss deadlines or meetings. We deliver reports or findings that aren't quite our best work. We show up differently with less energy, like we're less concerned and we care less. And that is read by everybody. And what we don't realize is that our unconscious brain has made a decision that we want to actually leave this thing. So we start to do all these things that actually makes it worse, that makes the experience of it worse, so that our rational brain can justify walking away from it and enduring all of the disruption that comes along with it. Once we realize we're doing that, we can actually look at this thing and say, what if I actually showed up as my best possible self? What if I looked for ways to let that impulse that I talked about free in all sorts of different paths in this thing that I'm doing? How can I make it as good as I can possibly make it rather than sabotaging it in all these different ways we don't even realize we're doing? What a lot of people will realize then is they actually don't want to leave anymore. They've been able to completely reimagine and reinvent that work to be something that actually fills them up.
Huh. It's a
Hmm.
lot to think about. A good
It is.
introspective way to kind of, examine things without hopefully doing too much collateral damage in the process. If people do want to think on this, Jonathan, I know you've got some resources to help them along the way.
Yeah, so that impulse, your imprint, the Sparketype that I mentioned, we've actually got an online assessment. It's freely available to anyone at sparketype.com. And also I have a new book out called Sparked, which takes you really deep into what these different things are. So you can really figure out what yours is and then be able to lead from that place.
Excellent. Okay, Jonathan Fields, host of the Good Life Project podcast, author of Sparked. Thank you so much for joining us and helping everyone along their hopefully it's a healthy resignation.
Yes, yeah.
Not the great resignation. Thanks for
My
joining
pleasure.
us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, if you want to listen to Jonathan's pod, check out his upcoming book, Sparked. We're going to have all the info you need on coin.com.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very interesting conversation to have, not just with other people, but even with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you can really
Find your
analyze
why.
that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it's 7:40 this morning, and up next on AM Extra tomorrow. Oh, you know what it is. It's National Cheeseburger Day.
Yum.